What I'd like to cover today is how to fill out a CMS 1500 form for somebody who has or is filing a workman's comp claim. When we fill out a workman's comp claim, it's important to know whether or not this is the initial claim or there's subsequent claims, because there's some other information that we would have to provide on subsequent claim forms. As with any type of policy, you have to understand the insurance company's requirements for completing the form. So different insurance companies may have different rules or different requirements when you fill out your CMS 1500 form, and so you would have to be aware of that. So we are going to fill out this workman's comp form, and this is going to go to the Workers' Compensation Blue Cross Blue Shield of Ohio. And this is going to go to the claims department. And that is at P.O. Box 659806. And they are located in Columbus, Ohio. And the zip is 43216. When we have a workman's compensation claim, it really doesn't fit into any of the boxes that we have here. So when we fill out item 1, we are going to indicate that the type of insurance is other, because it really just doesn't fit under any one of the other types of insurance. There will be an ID number or a policy number that needs to be put into item number 1A. When we get to box 2, this is where knowing what your insurance carrier requirements are. Some insurance carrier will require you to put the patient's name in box 2, along with their date of birth in box 3. And when we get to box 4, you put the name of the employer in box 4, patient's address in 5. You would put the relationship as other, and that you would go ahead and you would put the address of the employer in box 7. With some insurance carriers, the insurance is paid for by the employer for the on the employee's behalf. So if we do it that way, then we would leave box 2 blank, as the patient's name would be left blank. We would leave box 3 blank, because then the insured and the patient are the same. So let's go ahead and put our patient's name here. Box 5 would be left blank. The patient's relationship to the insured would be self, and then we would put in the insured's address here. And we would leave the telephone number blank. Item number 8 is left blank. Item number 9, A through D, is left blank. And then when we get to item 10, this will be where we would go ahead and answer these questions. And item number 10A is patient's condition related to employment. This would be where we would mark the box yes. Box 11 is the policy group or FECEA number, and if there is one, then we would go ahead and we would put it in this box. And in this particular case, we do have a group ID number, and it is AI100. Then we would go ahead and we would put in 11A the insured's date of birth. And this is a female patient. 11B is left blank. We would go ahead and input the insurance plan name or program name here. We would fill out 11D. Is there another benefit plan? Mark it no. And when we get down to items number 12 and number 13, these are left blank. Let's move on to the rest of the form. Item number 14 is filled in if we know what the current date of illness is. It may also be left blank. Item number 15 is left blank. If the patient is unable to work due to their injuries, then we would go ahead and we would fill these out. If we do not know what the injuries are, or if we do not know that if they've missed any work, we can leave that blank as well. If there is a referring physician, we would fill out box 17 and 17B with their MPI number. Item number 18 would be left blank. Item number 19 is left blank. Item number 20, is there any outside lab? We would indicate that there was none. Item number 21 is where we would put in our ICD-10 code, and we are putting in S61409A, which is an unspecified open wound of an unspecified hand, and this would be the initial encounter for this. Since this is an initial encounter, we wouldn't have a resubmission code. We don't have a prior authorization number. So down here we would go ahead and we would put in the information for this particular visit. The date of service on this was November 8th of 2016. The place of service, they was seen in the physician's office. A level 2 established patient office visit was charged. We would put in our diagnosis pointer as A. The charges for this is $54. We are going to charge this one time. Then we need to put in the provider's NPI number here. And that was the only charge. Then we go ahead and we put the clinic's tax ID number here, or their EIN. Indicate that this is an EIN number. We go ahead and we put in the patient's account number. We accept assignment. That would be item number 27. In item 28, we go ahead and we put in the total dollar amount. The amount paid, we leave this blank because the patient isn't going to pay anything. Item number 31 is left blank. Item number 32, as long as the physician saw the patient or the provider saw the patient at their clinic, we leave items 32 and 32A blank. And then we go ahead and we fill in the information in item number 33. And then we put in the clinic's NPI number here in box 33A. And that completes filling out a CMS 1500 form for a patient who has workers' compensation.